How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're in battle versus Cody from the Discord server in the OU tier. Looking at the team, they got some threats. Archaludon is a threat. Primarina hits very hard on special size. Reuniclus is pretty cool as well. We might see some, probably don't see Trick Room on that particular Reuniclus. Maybe Calm Mind. Latios as well. Registeel is also really nice to see. So I'm looking at the matchup and I'm thinking, you know what, they probably lead up with Cinderace here or the flip turn Latios. So I'm going to go ahead and lead with Swampert, and we're going to flip turn on whatever they lead off with, because I know for a fact they haven't got any grass types on that team. And the battle begins. Good luck, have fun, Cody. So they're going to lead off with Registeel, which is a great matchup for us, as we obviously lead off with Swampert. So looking at their team, their best switching right now to an Earthquake is going to be the Latios. So I am going to go for the Earthquake anyway. I'm going just in case they stay in. They do stay in, so we go for an EQ. That's going to do some damage. Over half to the Registeel as they set up Stealth Rocks. So Stealth Rocks are up on our side of the field. We can definitely get rid of those later on down the line if we really want to, I think. Wait, what's my team again? Going to go for another Earthquake. They do withdraw the Registeel and probably go into the Latios, I would guess, if anything. Latios comes in, so Swampert can take a Draco from this thing, and Latios look really cool in this game. And we can definitely take a Draco from this thing with our thanks to our Assault Vest. But the question is, do I really want to? So no, I don't. I'm going to go into Slowking. I don't want my Swampert to take unnecessary damage whilst that Archaludon is just like there. So we'll go into our nice powerful Glowing Slowking. Tank any hit this Latios wants to throw at us, hopefully. They do go for a Luster Purge, which got a buff recently. Now a higher base power move and lowers your special defense. So a Draco Meteor is definitely going to take out my Slowking right now. We are definitely going to get taken out by a Draco Meteor or a Luster Purge. So now what I'm going to do is, because I know what Draco Meteor will take us out, I'm going to go into Corviknight. Corviknight can definitely take a Draco, and then the Latios will be in a vulnerable position with its -2 special attack. They might also go for a Luster Purge, in which case I still resist. And the special defense drop will not apply because of our mirror armor. They go for a Luster Purge as kind of expected. Does a decent bit of damage to us, but the mirror armor does lower their special defense instead, which is a great thing about mirror armor. So let's go for a U-turn real quick, and we'll get on out of there. They definitely switch out. They do switch out because they don't want to get hit by a Brave Bird or a U-turn. They're going to go into Archaludon, so this is perfect. This means Swampert can come back in. Nice and shiny, gotta love it. I do like shiny Archaludon, I just don't have one. So we're going to go ahead and break potential Focus Sash, which they definitely don't have. They get a Stamina boost, which is going to be pretty detrimental to us because obviously Earthquake is not going to do nearly as much damage with Swampert. So I'm leaning towards something else. I'm leaning towards either Magmortar with the Scorching Sands or the Focus Blast. I think I will go the Magmortar route. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Now, they get a switch in with on the Magmortar easily right now. But I'm going to go for the Scorching Sands anyway. And once again, if they go into the Latios, we just go straight back into Corviknight, go for a Roost. So let's go for the Scorching Sands real quick. So they do withdraw Archaludon, or Archaludon, well, however you want to pronounce it. Cinderace comes in to take a Fire Blast. And it's going to be rudely awakened right now by the likes of Scorching Sand, which is going to do a lot of damage. Over half to the Cinderace, which is great damage. Absolutely great damage. So they're probably thinking no Life Orb, no Heavy Duty Boost. We took Stealth Rock damage. Let's switch out into the Latios. So I'm going to go for a... I'm going to go for the Fire Blast, expecting the Latios, because they are going to go for a U-turn, which is going to sting a little bit thanks to it being stabbed from Libero. But now we're going to expect a switch into the Latios. And a Fire Blast on the Latios isn't going to do much damage, but it's chip damage nonetheless. Primarina comes in. Interesting. So that's going to be able to take a Fire Blast easily. We go for the Fire Blast. It's going to do... How much damage does it do? A lot. Now, unfortunately, it's not in the range where our Power Herb Solar Beam will KO it. So we may have to switch out here. I'm leaning towards the Galarian Slowbro. I'm also leaning towards the Meganium. Meganium could definitely threaten this thing out. So I think I'm going to go Meganium, because if Meganium is going to do anything in this game, it's going to be taking out this Primarina. That's for sure. This probably baits in another Pokemon to take the Petal Blizzard, but I'm just kind of playing it safe for the moment because I'm still not 100% sure about Cody's mindset. So they go for a Psychic Noise, which is not very effective. If you don't know why it was not very effective, basically Primarina's hidden ability, Liquid Voice, turns all sound-based moves into Water-type moves. So we can take a Psychic Noise, no problem. It stops us from healing, but it is what it is. So now I'm leaning towards Trailblaze, but they have got a Levitator on their team. So So we need to be very careful here. I think I'm going to go straight for the Petal Blizzard because, again, if the Latios comes in or the Archaludon comes in, it's chip damage at the end of the day. So they do withdraw Primarina as expected. They don't want to get hit by Petal Blizzard, which makes sense. They're now going into Mikoto, which is going to be what? The Reuniclus comes in. So Reuniclus, let's see how well it takes this Petal Blizzard. So there we go. Petal Blizzard comes through. Does nothing. Next to nothing. So we're no longer prevented from healing. Not that it matters because I didn't have a healing item. Knowing they're gonna go Reuniclus, I'm going to go ahead and switch out. So I'm thinking, what's our physical? Our only physical attacker is probably... Then again, they probably go for a Calm Mind here, right? So do I Swords Dance? I Swords Dance. I definitely Swords Dance here. Because they're definitely going to go for a nice and powerful Calm Mind, I would guess. As they go for a Psy Shock, that's going to sting. But if Meganium is doing anything in this game, is weakening things. So I'm going to go for another Petal Blizzard here. Petal Blizzard comes through. Should do a... Oh, it finishes it off. Nice, not even a crit. Meganium coming through on the Reuniclus. That's what we like to see. That is what we like to see right there. Latios comes in, so we can expect a Luster Purge right now. We can definitely expect a Luster Purge. I'm going to switch out Meganium. I'm going to go into our Corviknight. Then again, Luster Purge plus Draco probably takes us out, so it's like, do I really want to do that? Or do I let the Meganium go down? I think I let the Meganium go down at this point, so I am going to go for a Petal Blizzard just in case they set up. They don't, they go for a Luster Purge. It's going to take us out, no problem. I love the animation for Luster Purge. That's really cool. Really cool. So Meganium goes down, but it took out the Reuniclus, which is amazing. Amazing. So now we've got a couple of options. We can go Swampert. We can go for an Ice Punch, take this thing out. Maybe take it out. We can go into our Curem and go for a Freeze Dry, or we can go into our Glowering Slowbro and Chilly Reception ready for the Curem. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go into Drip Queen real quick. There we go. Drip Queen is really good here. We're going to get some Stealth Rock damage, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now we'll go for Chilly Reception, because Chilly Reception will obviously get the snow up and also be negative priority switching move. They're going to withdraw the Latios, and they are going to go into what? Registeel. So Registeel comes in. It's actually really good for us. Really good for us. So we tell a chillingly bad joke, as you would expect. No Future Sight or anything like that, because Future Sight's not going to work out, because they've got Registeel, they've got Latios, they've got Archaludon, and even to an extent they've got the Primarina, which is good on the special side. So we're going to withdraw a Slowking, and we're going to go into something to handle this Registeel. Now I'm thinking Magmortar. I'm 100% thinking Magmortar, because if they bring in the Primarina, take the hit, then we can go for a Solar Beam. So let's go into Boomstick over here. There we go, Boomstick comes in. We do lose some health. But we are, hopefully, if we can hit this Fire Blast, we should be able to take out this Registeel, no problem. And I have a feeling they're going to expect us to go for a Thunderbolt, expecting the Primarina to come in. So I'm going to go for that Fire Blast anyway. So we go for a Fire Blast. They do stay in as I expected. Registeel goes down. So there we go. They didn't really... I mean, they had got the Latios, but they probably don't want unnecessary damage on the Latios. But we should be able to handle the Latios with the Swampert later on down the line. In comes Latios now. So Latios is a good switch. We definitely don't have much to hit it. We still have one more Stealth Rock in us for the Magmortar. So what I'm going to do is, I am going to switch out. I'm going to go straight into Slow King, sorry. Drip Queen. And we'll just Chilly Reception on that again. That's pretty much all I can think to do. Because the Archaludon is probably Assault Vest, if I had to guess. So we're going to get some Stones damage, and then we're going to get some Luster... Oh, they go for a T-Bolt. Expecting the Corviknight. Interesting. So they had T-Bolt. They had T-Bolt. Okay, so that's fair enough. That's great for us, though, because it means now we get to go for a Chilly Reception into whatever we want. So I'm going to go for the Chilly Reception real quick. They do withdraw the Latios. What are they going to go into to take on the Slowking? Archaludon. So they bring Archaludon in, nice and shiny. Gotta love it. We tell a chillingly bad joke. Obviously, the snow's already up, so we're not bothered about that. But what we can do now is we can still switch out. And I'm leaning towards either the Swampert or something else. So I think I am going to go Swampert. I think Swampert deserves some time to shine here. So in comes Muddy. It's Assault Vest. You can definitely take any hit this Archaludon wants to throw at us over the body presses. So let's go for that EQ. If they go for a Dragon Pulse, we should be able to take that no problem. We do. Eating it up. We go for an EQ. Should do over half. Does do over half. That means even after a stamina boost, we should still be KOing this thing right now. So the snow is going to stop, which doesn't really matter. It means we can set up again later for Curem if we need to. Let's go for that EQ real quick. They do go for a body press after a +1 defense. That's going to sting a little bit, but we go for an EQ now. And that's going to easily be able to take out the Archaludon from there. So Swampert getting a KO as well, which is really cool to see. Registeel was weakened enough by Swampert, and Reuniclus was taken out by Meganium. Latios comes in. So Latios' Luster Purges are going to sting. Draco Meteor is going to sting. I'm going to go for the flip turn just in case. And just in case we live, I think we might have a good chance of living a Luster Purge. Flip turn's going to come through for them though, and that's going to do minimal damage to our Swampert, but we go for a flip turn as well. So whatever they bring in now, we can definitely take on with our Swampert with a flip turn. Primarina comes in. Primarina can definitely take an Ice Punch if we went for Ice Punch, but we go for a flip turn of our own. Get on out of there. And then what we're going to do here is, this is our only opportunity to do this. Our only opportunity to do this is to bring in the Magmortar, go for that Power Herb Solar Beam tech. Pretty much, I think that's the best thing to do. So I am going to go into Magmortar, and I'm hoping that they stay in, because we could have a myriad of moves that we could go for. So what we're going to do is we will go for the Power Herb Solar Beam. So they stay in, probably expecting this to be a sack play from our Magmortar. But no, we're going to fire off a last-ditch effort to get as much damage off on this Primarina as possible. It doesn't use its cannons to fight. Oh, it does. That looks sick. That looks really cool. As Primarina goes for a Draining Kiss now to take us out. So there we go. Draining Kiss is going to get some health back. Only a little bit, because we only had 7 HP. But Magmortar did a lot of damage to the Primarina, and I think that is a very good thing for our Magmortar. So now, looking at their team, we're actually in a very good position. Cinderace is weakened, I believe. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go into Slowking. I'm going to set up that Future Sight. I think that's the best thing to do, Future Sight away. This, I think Primarina gets Flip Turn, I'm not 100% sure. If it does get Flip Turn, then it's probably going to Flip Turn on out of here. I'm going to go for that Future Sight. They go for a Calm Mind. So Calm Mind is interesting. So they don't actually get any recovery moves. And Draining Kiss is not... Well, Draining Kiss is technically a recovery move. But Draining Kiss is definitely going to be... it's not going to do much damage to our Slowking. That's what I'm trying to say. So we're going to force an attack. Hopefully we can get the KO with the Sludge Bomb this turn. I don't think we do though. We either get the Poison to KO it afterwards, or they live barely and are able to get an attack off on us of some kind. So let's see how we can deal with this Primarina. Let's go for a Sludge Bomb. So they go for a Shadow Ball. So Shadow Ball Primarina, and look at the animation. That was creepy. So that does a lot of damage. A lot of damage with a critical hit. And we go for a Sludge Bomb, hopefully to take out the Primarina. We do. So Primarina goes down, which means we don't have to worry about the Future Sight not hitting anything. That's the main reason I was worried about not getting the KO there. Latios comes in. So Latios is a threat. It's going to take that Future Sight attack the next turn. So I'm leaning towards going for a Sludge Bomb here. I think I will go for a Sludge Bomb here because I know we can live a Luster Purge, no problem. So there we go. Luster Purge comes through. Down. Then Slowking's going to get a Special Defense drop. I should have Chilly Reception really because Curem. But I kind of didn't want to. So they're going to get that Future Sight attack hitting them after a Sludge Bomb. Does over half. What I'm going to do now is, because I made a mistake with the Slowking, by letting it get so low on HP without Chilly Reception, I've made a mistake. So I'm going to go ahead and switch in Swampert and sack it off. I think Curem finishes off the game right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Slowking come back. And we're going to go into the Swampert to let it go down to a Luster Purge. We won't probably go down to the first Luster Purge. We might live one. But they go for a Luster Purge anyway. And that's going to do pretty much the rest of our health from Swampert. So Swampert does go down, which is unfortunate. But Swampert did really good this game. So the whole team's done really well. So now I'm going to go back into Slowking. And I'm going to go for a Chilly Reception. Get that Snow up for Curem. Go for Blizzards. That's pretty much what my game plan is. Because we're Scarfed, so we can definitely take any hit from this thing. So let's go for that Chilly Reception real quick. So they are going to Terra. What type are they going to Terra into, though? That's the real question. They're going to Terra into a... Poison type. Interesting. So they're going Poison. Probably to resist the fairies. All that other stuff. So they go for a Luster Purge, which isn't going to be boosted by Terra. I'm not sure why they're Terra, to be honest with you. It takes us out, unfortunately, as Drip Queen goes down. Okay, that's just took a 180 for me. So I've got a choice. I'm going to go Curem. I think Curem still wins this for us with Draco Meteor. So we're going to go Curem, and it looks really cool with the darkness from the Terra. Definitely looks really cool with the darkness from Terra. So I'm going to go for that Draco, because I can't go for Earth Power, but even though it's super effective because of the Levitate. So I'm going to go for that Draco real quick. You go for a Luster Purge. Are they Choice Scarfed? But we live in. We go for a Draco Meteor. They still don't know where Choice Scarf based on that. That's going to lower our special attack harshly. as down goes the Latios. So there we go. So we're in actually a really good position because what we can do now is with Curem, we can Draco Meteor the Cinderace. These don't know we're Scarfed yet because their Latios outsped us. So they're going to go into Cinderace. They probably won't go for a Sucker Punch here. They'll probably just try and attack us, and then they're probably thinking Corviknight's left. That's all they've got. That's all they've got. So I am going to go for a Draco Meteor here. There we go. Draco Meteor comes through. It should not take them out. There we go. They live barely. Lowers our special attack. They go for a Pyro Ball. Take out the Kyurem. Now, we still have Terra. We still have Terra, and I'm pretty sure I'm either Terra Water or Terra Dragon on the Corviknight. I'm Terra Water, which is great. So in comes Corviknight. In comes Corviknight. Pointer Stones are going to dig in, which is unfortunate. We're going to Terra Body Press right now. We are going to Terra Body Press. There we go. There we go. Terra into a Water type. Corviknight should be able to take Pyro Ball no matter what right now. Definitely no matter what. And hopefully they didn't predict this and go for a high jump kick. Hopefully they didn't. They go for a Pyro Ball, which is great. We're going to eat that up. And then we go for a Body Press to take out the Cinderace. That's going to be the game. So GG, Cody. That was a pretty fun one. It came right down to the wire. Definitely a good game. GG, all that stuff. But anyway, here is the team. If you want to try it out, use the code at the top right corner of the screen. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.